definitely a great day to be a Canadian Wildcat, as they are now your 2014 2A Division I state champs. Coverage begins, and we're joined by Lena Washington, that is in Oxnard, California right now at Cowboys training camp. Lena, day one, how's everything going? Day two of Big 12 Media Days here in Dallas, and today we switch our focus over to the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Well, the last time WT clashed with Midwestern, the Buffaloes needed a win just to make it into the playoffs last year. The Bulls were on the outside looking in as they missed the playoffs last season after finishing second to last in the South Division, but now the Bulls organization made a decision that will get them back on the winning track, or ice.
What an incredible ride it's been for the Booker Kiowa baseball team, but unfortunately it all came to an end today here at Dell Diamond as they fell to Flatonia 8-2 in the 2A state semifinal. If you've been to a Randall Raiders football game, chances are you've seen 11-year-old Josh Edmondson on the sideline.
Always does a mother's heart good to see their kids happy.
Josh and his family's journey to this point has been tough. When Josh was just 2.5 years old, his mom Michelle noticed something wasn't right.
He started losing hair and complaining of leg pain just on the right side, and he would always have fever.
But the pain got worse.
It makes my bones hurt, so when it's hurting really bad, I have to take a high dosage of pain medicine to calm it down, but it doesn't really stop the pain.
It would take doctors 2.5 years to find out exactly what was wrong.
It's chronic recurrent multifocal osteomyelitis, which is a 1 in a million bone marrow disease that causes tumors and lesions inside of his bones.
Josh's bones are brittle. Heartbreaking considering all he wants to do is play football.
He can't do, normal kid activities. He always says, can't they just go do a surgery and take out the pain part to make it where I can run and play? So.
No cure, no treatment. But thanks to head coach Brian Wood, there is football. Every week, every game, Josh has a standing appointment with the Randall Raiders.
When we found out about it and his situation, we wanted to be involved in his life and, just have him be part of us and something that he could enjoy and something good for our kids to see as well.
One of those kids is senior linebacker Giovanni Centino.
He's special to us because if we can have him out here and put a smile on his face and we can alleviate some of the pain he has, and that makes us feel good and then make him happy.
And for Josh, it's something that takes the pain away, if only for a short time.
Well, I can only express it's one of the most important things in my life, except my life, my family, my friends. They're also my friends too.
Back in August, it was right here on the Canadian football field that the Wildcats began two-a-days for the upcoming football season. But what both players and coaches didn't know was that it was the beginning of something historic.
We just kind of wanted to come in and show all these fans and show all the people around us that, that we believe in each other and that if we believe and go out there and practice hard, anything can happen.
And practice made perfect for the Wildcats as they cruised into the playoffs with a 10-0 record. After taking out Wynn Thurston by district, Canadian had their hands full with district rival Stratford. But it became a one-sided affair as the Wildcats shut out the Elks 34-0.
They're always such a tough team to beat, a tough rival of ours, and we played really well that game, and that was the first game where I thought, hey, we may have a chance to have something special here.
Canadian rolled Abernathy in the quarterfinal round, but a powerhouse Mart team awaited the Cats in the semifinals with a trip to the state title game on the line.
Sitting here late one night watching film over and kind of thinking to ourselves, we're going to play our best game that we've ever played.
Canadian made a statement routing Mart 49-14 and would have a repeat of that performance as they finished the perfect season with a 34-7 win against Mason for the 2A state championship.
It was just a really satisfying feeling, and just so proud of our kids, the rest of our coaches, and our community, because I felt like, our community won that state championship.
They want to win. They know how to win. Winning's a skill, and they do it really well in everything. So there's definitely some carryover.
First-year head basketball coach Andy Copley inherited several players from the football team, including his own son Cameron, to the basketball squad. Copley had a special feeling about his team even before the school year had started.
We learned most about our team probably this summer in team camps, and we had success and we won. And we excited ourselves over what we did this summer.
Canadian only lost one time in the regular season, but then met highly ranked Smyer in the regional semifinal playoff round.
they were expected to be back. They had all the pressure on them, and we came in there and really locked down. That's what turned our playoff run. I mean, that we had to get by that game to give us any hope.
Hope sprung eternal for the Wildcats with not only a win over Smyre, but another victory in the regional final to send them to the state tournament.
When we got to state, we were definitely not picked to win any of those, and we surprised a lot of people and just played good at the right time and played our best basketball.
Canadian impressed quickly with a 68-62 win over Martinsville in the semifinals. They would go on to stun over 9,000 fans with a tough win over Big Sandy in the finals. The Wildcats were now state title winners in both basketball and football in the same season, which had only been done 6 times before.
As we look back, as time passes, we all understand what we accomplished was pretty remarkable, and as these kids grow older and look back at it, it'll mean more and more with each passing day.
Coverage of high school football two-a-days continues to roll on here in the Panhandle, and tonight we go to District 2A and the Boys Ranch Rough Riders. Little bit of a tough season for Boys Ranch as they ended with a 3-7 record while going 0-5 in district play, but when you have teams like Canadian, Stratford, and Wellington, each week is going to be tough. The Rough Riders will only bring back 4 players from last year's team. One of the weapons second-year head coach George Doak will be bringing is quarterback Zach Diaz. And it'll be kind of a new-look Boys Ranch team as they'll be relying heavily on their running game. Well, today, former Dallas Cowboy defensive lineman and linebacker Charles Haley was enshrined today in the NFL's Hall of Fame. Haley is the only player in NFL history to win 5 titles with San Francisco and Dallas. He was twice named NFC Defensive Player of the Year along with 5 Pro Bowls. He was All-Pro twice, member of 10 division championship teams, recorded 6 double-digit sack seasons. Well, the first round of the Coors partnership today saw the team of Zach Norrell and Stuart Dotson, along with the team of Justin Jennings and Mark Gilmore, shoot 12 under 60s. And Jennings right there had an approach shot that actually lipped out on the 18th. That would have given them a 59. Today, we'll start things off with defending Coors TOC champion Casey Weiss on the par 4 first, lands it a couple of feet above the hole, but then that backspin kicks in. Weiss would go on to par there. Staying on the first of aforementioned Justin Jennings, the former Randall Raider, knocks down his birdie to start things off. Very nice. Jump to the par 3 fifth, Michael Casey from about 20 feet out. And why can't I do that? He's feeling it. That's good to go. But the team of Luke Kane and Casey Weiss fire right back as Kane, also on the 5th, counters with a birdie putt of his own. Birdies all around, guys. Why not? We'll have highlights and results from the final round tomorrow here at 10. Let's head to Akron, Ohio for the 3rd round of the Bridgestone Invitational. Always a tough course. Just as Jordan Spieth struggling to a 2-over on Saturday. Here he double bogeys the 18th to finish at even par. Go to 11th hole, Jim Furyk curling in the birdie putt to move to 10 under. He would finish at 9 under with a 1 under on the day, tied for the lead. He would be tied with this guy on the 18th. Justin Rose, this has to be at least 60, 70 feet out, but that's no problem. He makes that to tie the lead at 9 under after shooting a 63 on the day. The Emerald Thunderheads were able to take 2 of 3 from division rival this week, and this evening, Amarillo hosted for the first time this season the Rockland Boulders. And this one had fireworks early on after Logan Vick leads things off with a triple with 1 out. Stefan Gartrell skies it to right. Initial look is that Rockland didn't make the catch, right? And then Vick comes around to score. But wait a second, the Boulders argue it. And the call would end up being reversed, and look at this. Manager Bobby Brown is furious, and one of my favorite moments so far of this season has to be right here, the ball throw. Oh, you gotta love that. Isn't that great? Let's go to the 2nd inning now, tied at 1. 1 on for Jordan Guida, and he ropes that pitch right down the middle. 2-run score to make it 3-1 Amarillo, but it's Rockland who squeaks out the win tonight, 11-10. And some MLB scores tonight. After going into extra innings tied at 3, the Texas Rangers put up 8 runs to take Game 2 from Seattle 11-3, and Houston loses a tough one out there in Oakland to the Athletics 2-1. And also, Jordan, some news out of Dallas Cowboys training camp. According to head coach Jason Garrett, wideout Des Bryant has now have a strained hamstring and is listed day-to-day, and cornerback Brandon Carr will now need surgery after breaking a bone in his hand during drills.
I can hear Cowboy fans' jaws clenching all the way from over here, Jason.
Only barely even started. It's already happening.